Welcome to Snapshots, the program that shares the people, places, and things that make up Santa Rosa's vibrant community. On today's program, we'll take a look at the annual flower show at the Sonoma County Fair, meet a local homing pigeon enthusiast, and discover how kids can make their own TV. We'll also find out about the life-saving services of forgotten felines. Finally, we'll learn how to protect ourselves in the event of a personal attack.
They used to be called carrier pigeons, but they changed to homing pigeons. Homing pigeon now is used for racing against other pigeons and for trophies. When the race season starts, we start a chart with every bird number in it and the description of the bird. So we know what the bird has done, how many minutes out he was, how many seconds, how many, if he won a first place, a second place, whatever. We have all different kinds of combinations of feed and vitamins, and we give them the best care that we can. There's a special truck that takes them to the race point, and they take them to the race point and they release them. They release them all together, not just from our club but from other clubs also. And the fastest pigeon home is the winner.
This is a very modern sport now. We have chip rings. Each pigeon has its own chip ring, and we have the electronic clock and the antenna. Every pigeon flyer's loft has the GPS coordinates taken. Each loft gets mileage. The lofts that are farther, they get more time for their birds to come home than the shorter lofts. So it's all figured out. Yards per minute is what the formula is. It's like a full-time job because the pigeons have to be taken care of every day. It's not like other hobbies where, if you want to do it today, you do it. If you don't, you don't. But the pigeons have to be cared for every day and fed and watered and medicated if there's any kind of illness. It's a very social thing. Most of our friends are all pigeon people all over the world.
We email each other, or we call them. Or birthdays or that sort of thing. We have friends in Holland, Belgium, England, Mexico, and a lot of very special people. My brother used to see 3 birds flying up really high and fast to the same house. So he said, I want some of those birds. And they turned out to be racing pigeons. We didn't know anything about that. We just kept them and, just raised babies, let them out to fly, and that's just about what we did with them. It was years later when we got some racing pigeons. There's also futurity races where, you raise this pigeon and you send it when he's about 30 days old, and he will be competing 6 months later against other breeders, but in a different loft, not in your loft. They will all be in the same loft, competing against each other, but from different breeders all across the country. That's another way of competing that is developed. When you start, probably about 2 miles, 5 miles, 10 miles, 20 miles. Once they're about 50 miles, we train them until they get in really good shape, and we start moving them out to about 150 miles. From there, they go to the races.
We fly 2 seasons. We fly what's called the young bird season, and they fly up to about 350 miles. And then we have what's called the old bird season, which is birds that are a year or more older.
When somebody wants to start, they can contact the club, and usually the members will give them, 4 or 5 youngsters when they're babies, and he will settle them in his loft, and they'll fly back to his loft.
The Combine is a combination of many clubs. Our Combine has been in existence for 16 years, and in the 16 years, Armando has won at 12 out of the 16. He's retired 2 trophies already. He's working on the 3rd one now.
They fly from any race be it 200 or 600, they will fly their heart out. They will fly as fast as they can.
Some of the hens that, they love Armando, he goes in there and he coos at them and they'll coo right back to him.
Well, we don't really like to name too many of them, but the very special birds will have names. It's just one of those things. Just the same way you name a cat,
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Snapshots, capturing the small stories that make Santa Rosa big in the best way.